Peace, Jags. Today, but before we even do that, like, share, and subscribe. Hit the likes button. Hit the share button so we can get the algorithms up so more people can hear our message. Okay, let's dive right into it. Today's subject is, and I'm out here in beautiful nature by a viewer's request and also from my own contemplation. And I haven't did one of these type of videos in a good while, and a lot of people was asking me about these nature vids because this is where the channel started from. If you remember about 2 years ago, I was always out in nature doing these videos, and I was thinking that we need to go back to some of the foundations of what everything is all about, because I'm looking around because I hear stuff. I hear leaves and stuff cracking. Okay. We need to go back to the foundation of what everything is about. Okay? And one of the things, man, it's creepy out here, y'all. One of the things that I don't got no weapons on me either. One of the things that we are founded upon is laying back in the cut like a jaguar and peeping out the scenery, becoming an observer. Okay? Now, the Spirit gave me something. See, one thing about life, you can learn. Life itself is the greatest teacher, and the elements which afford you life, like earth, wind, air, fire, water. These are the elements that comprise life. When you think about fire, you think about the sun, the air that you breathe, water that you drink, the earth where you get all of your substance from, food, wood for fire to cook and everything. So when you put it all together, you understand that life is the greatest teacher, right? And one thing about life, I see some people down there, so I'm not gonna go that way. One thing about life, you can learn something from everything around you, okay? Now, what the Spirit gave me is this. The title of this video is Move Like the Wind. That's the element that we're going to be teaching from today. Move like the wind. And what that means is, when you think about the wind is everywhere. But one thing about it, the wind speaks. Our communication would not be possible if not for the wind, the air that you breathe. You know how somebody say, oh, he punched me in my belly and he knocked the wind out of me. Okay, that wind allows you to speak. Okay, but one thing about the wind, the nature of the wind is invisibility. Invisibility. See, the Spirit showed me something. That wind is invisible, but it can cause a whole lot of destruction. Let me show you what I mean. See, that wind is invisible, but it can cause a whole lot of destruction. You see that tree? The wind blew that tree over. When you see sticks on the ground, broken tree limbs, the wind was responsible for that. You see, the wind was responsible for that broken tree that I just showed you. Which means what? That you can be invisible like the wind. You can still be heard like the wind. Okay? You can be invisible like the wind. You can still be heard like the wind. Let me rephrase that. You can cause movements like the wind and be heard like the wind, but just like at the same time, like the wind, you can remain invisible. Y'all get what I'm saying now? That's how the wind is. It's a very powerful force. Don't y'all know that you have ever heard of a windmill? The wind generates power. We drain power source from wind. We got solar panels, but you also have windmills. We gain power from the wind. Okay? It's an invisible force. It makes a lot of noise. Hey, yo, I gotta show y'all this. Look. Hold up. Yo, this is beautiful. I'm on this mountain. Yo, I don't know if bears out here or what. Hey, y'all, should I walk down this thing? I'm out here by myself. Yo. Ajax. Hey, y'all, it's creepy out here, man. I'm out here with no mace, no gun. But you know what? I'll be all right. I know the Jags got me. If something happened, they'll be like, we know what, y'all can show them this video. But anyway, it's like this. See, on camera, you probably can't catch the depth as much as me. But it's like this incline. Hey, yo, I'm about to get my ass back up this hill. All right, I'm back, y'all. I know y'all saying left side scary. Nah, you gotta be safe, wisdom. I don't want to be, again, it's wild animals out here, because I saw some wild cat tracks and shit, Y'all seen that movie Blair Witch Project? I'm not trying to be one of them motherfuckers. So let me get my ass back up this hill. All right. So just like the wind can be heard, just like the wind can make movements and knock trees over and change land structure, you can be the same way. You can practice invisibility and still be heard. You can practice invisibility and still cause a movement, just like the wind, and still remain untouchable like the wind. See, one thing about the wind, you can punch at the wind, but you can't knock it out. You can kick at the wind, but you can't knock it out. You can slap at the wind, but you will forever miss. If anything, you're gonna need more wind. They need us like the wind that if you try to fight against the wind, you will still need the wind. And watch this. If you try to fight against the wind, don't let this go over your head what I'm about to say. If you try to fight against the wind, you will get tired. This is a great lesson I'm about to tell you. You will get tired because you need wind to keep your punches going. You need oxygen. Your blood carries oxygen to your muscles to keep you going. Okay? Eventually, if you kicked at the wind and was punching at the wind, you wouldn't be hitting anything. Your fight would be in vain. But at the same time, that very thing that you fighting against, you would need it to fight against it. It's like you fighting the wind, but you need the wind to fight the wind. Likewise, we can be just like the wind. And these HPBs who fight against us, they need us in order for this HPB realm to exist. Did y'all get that heavy jewel I just dropped? Did y'all get that? Because the HPB realm is what in nature? It starts with a P. Parasitical. It needs us. We don't need them. They need us to give them relevance. They need us to boost their ego because, let me sit right here. They need us, make sure no maggots or nothing. They need us to boost their ego, you see? And I got another video coming up. Who the fuck is that? I don't be trusting motherfuckers, man. It's some motherfucker walking around. But he got the right to be out here, whoever he is. We ain't worried about that. They need us to exist, people. You get what I'm saying? Because we are the wind. They pretend like they don't see us. They see us. They feel us. But they don't want to acknowledge us. And it's funny that this world is set up against us, but yet the very thing that it's set up against, they don't want to acknowledge. It's all about us, the Jaguars. Everything they do is to suppress us. Everything that you see in the news, it's to deflect away from the secret wars, us versus them. Everything on this channel is the only issue that exists, us versus them. That's why the things that you hear about in the news is just a deflection. These are events that are taking place to deflect away from what we discuss on this channel. Because we have the keys to how to make this thing right. But the thing is, they don't want to direct the attention to the real problem. Like, they try to give a diagnosis for symptoms, but they don't give a diagnosis for the real problem. You know, like a lot of channels on YouTube, right? They will talk about things, but they don't talk about it through an HPB lens. Remember that? Everything you talk about, if you don't discuss it with an HPB, through an HPB lens, you're missing the point. Isn't it funny that y'all, even out in the woods, motherfuckers walking their dog, and they gonna be right behind me while I'm speaking, even while you're in the woods. That's some bullshit. But what I was about to say is, isn't it funny that the word discuss has cuss in it? Think about that. Cuss. Like a slang term for curse words. Think about that. Discuss, cuss, discuss. Like cussing. Like, why you cussing? Why you gotta cuss, yo? Isn't that funny? Like the word discuss, talking, but they'll tell you to have a civilized discussion, but the word has cussing in it. But you use that word in courts and say, let's talk in a civilized manner. But in the word discuss, you are giving me a subliminal reason in the word itself to cuss. Discuss. You're telling me to cuss. So I'm going to cuss at you, you motherfucking HPB. I'm using your words against you. That's just a little mind, just a little mind boggle thing. But yeah, back on a serious note, you see, we got to get back to that basics of being like the wind. How many of y'all know about Qigong? I don't talk about a lot of stuff like that, but I'm a practitioner of Qigong. For those who don't know, I might do a video on it if enough people have interest in it. Qigong is basically, I'll give it to you in a nutshell. It's like, okay, everything around you is a life force that's called Qi. So Qigong is basically the art of moving Qi through your body to clear out airway blockages in your body. A lot of it is metaphysical and spiritual, like wind itself, because you can't see it. I mean, you got to admit the wind is a very spiritual thing. I mean, it's invisible. You can't see it, but yet it's so necessary for existence. So basically, Qigong is basically like the art of tapping into your inner Qi, your inner force, and you learn how to manipulate that force to your benefit. You do breathing exercises. It's good for like inner healing. It can heal cancer. It can heal viruses. It opens up your mental sight. Qi will get you in touch with your inner breath. But this video is not about Qi. I could go in very deep about that because I've been practicing breathing exercises for a long time now, for over 10 years now. So I do things that I don't talk about on this channel, like a lot. I can talk about more stuff than what I do, but I choose not to because this channel, because I look at it like this. That type of stuff you can go study. You don't need me for that. You can study that stuff on your own time. This channel specializes in the HPB realm because this type of information, you can only get it from the left side of the brain channel. This channel is an original channel, and that's why I do it. And that's why I focus on HPB realm information. Now back to what we were saying. You see that wind, everybody respects the wind. See, people respect what they don't see more than what they see. Just like I was walking in the woods earlier and I heard those noises, I respected that noise, whether you know it or not. I'm like, what is that? Like, that shit mysterious. I hear it, but I don't see it. That causes fear. Now, fear, I experience fear, you experience fear. Fear is just an emotion that sets you at point, that puts you on point. Like, it alarms you to what's going on, okay? It's not a bad word. Now, but once you recognize where the noise is coming from, it's like the chemicals in your brain that made you respond in a fearful manner, they start to subside, and then your breathing goes down. But even in that, Qigong helps stabilize your emotions, because your emotions runs along parallel to your breathing. So at excited moments, when you practice Qigong, you will have more calmness in the storm. Like the eye in the storm, you'll still be able to observe the chaos while it's taking place. And at the same time, you'll be able to balance yourself within the chaos. Meaning you don't let the chaos get the best of you. You see what I'm saying? But when you recognize where that fear, where that noise, that noise, once you recognize where it was coming from, then you lose respect for that squirrel. See what I'm saying? You hear the squirrel, but as soon as you recognize that that noise you hearing was just a squirrel, then you say, oh, that was just a little squirrel. That's a little squirrel. Then you give the squirrel no respect. But as long as you didn't know that it was a squirrel, you gave it all the respect in the world. Y'all get what I'm saying? So practicing becoming like the wind. I know Bruce Lee said, become like water, my friend. That's true too. He was talking about the element of water. We talking about the element of wind. You know what you know what I might do? We're gonna do a series, okay? Today we're talking about wind. Then we're gonna talk about all of the elements. Today we're gonna do wind. We're talking about wind. Okay. They fear what they don't see. Okay? So it's a strength in that fear. Fear makes someone respect you. They don't know what weapon to use against you. They don't know how to come at you. When you on your job and you quiet and you don't keep a lot of friends, they don't know what's on this man's mind. But see, the HPB realm, it works like this. They want to find out what's in your mind. And once they do, they don't respect you. See, once this world starts gifting you and celebrating you, you know what that means? That this world, the evil side of this world, the darkness kingdom, it has lost respect for you. It don't see you as a threat. If they don't see you as a threat, you know what YouTube will do? It will allow you to get hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and you can sit up on, YouTube and talk and have live streams with super chats, and people can cash app you and all that stuff. They won't allow me to do because they don't respect those channels. They don't respect those people. And I see a lot of channels on YouTube, and I say to myself, this guy's saying some good stuff, but he not saying nothing. And y'all know that's true. See, they don't respect people like that. We got the best channel on YouTube, and y'all know it. And I'm not bragging, because I don't got to brag. The truth speaks for itself. We got the best channel on YouTube. You think they're going to let us get 100,000 subscribers? I doubt it. We would have to get those type of subscribers from the ground up. When I tell y'all to hit the likes button and stuff, I only say that because I want this video to get into the media. What is it called when they show you the different videos on your channel? I want this to pop up in somebody's video feed, video recommendation. Yeah, I want this to pop up in somebody's video recommendation. So when they hear this is smack them like, oh shit, what in the world? You know what I'm saying? Like some of y'all, when you got introduced to this channel, I know this was a new experience. This is a drug. This is a psychedelic, because we on some other shit, man. So that wind, you can study the wind. You can study the wind. And then, before I go, I'm going to tell you something else. It's a beauty in silence. I'm going to tell you why. That wind has a unique personality, man. Think about it. It's quiet, but it can be loud. But at the same time, you don't look at the wind as aggressive. You still see it as peaceful. Like when you at the beach, the breeze. The wind has a personality, man. It can cause tornadoes, hurricanes, but yet when people breathe and they meditate, they trying to become one with the wind. They don't recognize it as something aggressive. It's a beautiful force, man, and it can be very silent. It can be very silent. I don't know, some people right here, they playing some game. I ain't never seen that game. That wind can be very silent, but at the same time, I'm not trying to be nosy, but what kind of game is that?
Disc golf.
Disco?
Yeah. It's like regular golf, but with frisbees.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's what those things are.
Yeah, so you got like putters, drivers, mid-ranges. It's pretty cool.
Oh, so you just go from spot to spot and
Yeah.
what is it called again?
Disc golf.
Disc golf?
Yeah.
Disc golf. Okay.
If you YouTube it, you can find
Yeah, I'm actually doing a YouTube video right now.
Alright.
Yeah.
Cool.
Disc golf. Okay. Thanks for telling me that.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. Yeah, y'all. So I'll be back one moment. All right. All right, peace, Jax. I'm back in the whip. You know, it was cold outside and everything. You know, we finished up the video and everything. Some people came, they was playing disc golf. Have you ever heard of that? I never heard of it, but anyway, the last thing I was saying was, you know, kind of forget what I was saying, but wind is a very vital force, but yet it's invisible. But yet it makes a lot of noise and it causes movements. And that's how we should be. Move like the wind. Oh, I know what I was saying. I was speaking about becoming, I was talking about the personality that well, I mean to do that. All right. I was speaking about the personality of the wind. It's very calm. It's very tranquil. The essence of tranquility itself is based upon the movement and the surroundings around you. That's what we get. That's what the word tranquil means. Tranquility. Silence. Silence speaks in volumes. Okay? It's a lot. The silence of wind, tranquility, it says a lot. And that's what we need to become more like. The wind. You feel what I'm saying? Like, in this world of chaos, the wind is like a balancing factor. The wind is a balancing factor in this world of chaos. You can control that wind. Like we was talking about the Qigong. Y'all look into those Qigong exercises. You can control that wind. Meaning your voice. Your voice is based upon wind. You gotta know when, get it? When to speak, and when not to speak. You can control the wind. You can control your words. What you say, it goes into the wind. And you speak life into what you put out into the wind, because the wind gives life to everything. You couldn't be alive without the wind. Okay? You know the saying, oh, I got a wind of what he was speaking about. You ever heard that saying? Because the wind, it also represents travel. Wind travels. And likewise, we can travel without being seen, just like the wind. Get what I'm saying? I like to travel and move around, but at the same time, I can stay low key. That's the key to survival in this HPB realm. Bruce Lee, he says, become more like water, my friend. I say, become more like wind. Become more like the wind, my friend. And with that, I'm going to end this video right here. Like, share, and subscribe. This is Left Side of the Brain. I haven't forgot about the live stream. It's coming. It's our 5th year anniversary live stream. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do the commercial this Monday coming up. I promise you, I'm going to have that commercial up this Monday. I promise you. And somebody said, well, Left Side, you said you're going to keep the videos only 10 minutes long from here on out. I know I said that, but sometimes, see, y'all got to understand Left Side. I may be saying that stuff, I mean it, but sometimes the spirit takes over, man. I mean, that's why I don't like to schedule myself, because to me, schedules, it kind of puts you in a box. I know you got to have schedules. I know you got to have some type of organization, but I'm so free-minded. It's hard for me to do things by schedule, because I look at myself as infinite, man. I'm telling you, like, I know you got to make schedules for people's sake. See, that's the thing. I don't make schedules for my sake. I make schedules for your sake, because I'm doing the videos for you, not for me. So that's why I'm having to come to terms with this schedule thing. Schedules are not for you. They for other people. You see, I don't have to have a schedule for myself and this information. But anyway, y'all get the point. This is Left Side of the Brain. Like, share, and subscribe. Tell me what you think about the video in the comment section below. Until we do this again, Jaguars up, HPB's down, and this is Left Side of the Brain signing out.